Hi, good night. Hi, guys. Hi, Mila. How are you? So, I'm live over on YouTube and I'm live here on TikTok. This looks nice. It feels nice. Hey, Haley. Thank you for the roses, darling. How are you? I went out, and I'm just getting back not long ago. I have some cakes to work on. So, that's what I'm up to right now. I'm doing great, darling. So, we baked these cakes this afternoon. We baked these cakes this afternoon. Um, I don't think anyone is over on YouTube yet, but when they get on, I hope that they'll be able to see me well. The view seems clear. That's good. Lovely to see you here, darling. So we baked these red velvet cake layers today. These are some 8-inch round red velvet cake layers. We also baked some 6-inch round red velvet cake layers as well. And we're going to be filling them with a nice Oreo cream cheese filling and stack them together. Help me to share this live, guys, so that others can join us and learn something tonight, okay? I hope you're liking this setup. I'm all out of love. Welcome back. Lovely to have you here. Let me just go ahead and share the live video. Thank you for sharing. All right. We've done some sharing and we've got one person over on YouTube. Hi, good night. We're going to be filling, stacking, and crumb coating some cakes tonight. I'm going to be using this Philadelphia cream cheese to go with my buttercream. People asleep. Don't worry, you're going to see a bunch of people wake up soon. You're going to see a bunch of people wake up soon. This is not going to be a long live video. It's going to be short and spicy, okay? So I'm just scraping out the cream cheese. It's still nice and cold. Once the cream cheese is out, I'm just giving it a little mix. Hey, Kim, darling, how are you? Miss Edwards, how are you doing, sugar? You. Like, it's a nice little mix and soft. And then I'll fold in some of my buttercream in it, after which I'll add some crushed up Oreo cookies in it. I am live over on YouTube as well, guys. So if your TikTok is giving you any issues, you can check out my YouTube channel. I'm live on YouTube. Or somebody can check and let me know what the view is like. Like, how are you seeing me on the YouTube platform? All right, just mixing this in. Smells so good. Going to add a little bit more buttercream. So I'm just folding in the cream cheese into this buttercream. Wake up now. You message me. Oh no, I'll check your message once I'm done. I was out, and I got back not long ago. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for like just a few seconds just to warm things up. I'm alive. All right, so I'm going to give it a little bit more mixing. I told you. Hi, Steffi. This cream cheese filling, guys, it smells amazing and it tastes even better. I'm going to give it a little taste. So you have to stop and taste as you go along, all right? Amazing. So good. If you're watching and you miss anything, you can watch the replay from my YouTube live. So I'm actually doing a live on YouTube as well. So I'm here and I'm on YouTube. The YouTube one will be saved. I'm going to crush up some Oreo cookies in this one. It's gonna be so good. So I'm just crumbling some Oreo cookies in this. To make it yummy. It's 1:22 a.m. So Mila is right when she said everybody gone to them bed. Everybody in the UK gone to them bed. All right, I'm just folding this Oreo in. Look at that. See? Thank you for following. This is the best filling for my red velvet cake. That's it. I'll set this aside now. We're gonna start working on decorating our cake. I have these massive 21-inch piping bags. I'm going to be using it to put some buttercream in so I can pipe borders, pipe little dams around my cakes. Hi, Gary. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to fill this piping bag. It's a massive one. So this will help me to pipe very nice, sturdy borders around my cake. And I have my scissors right. And I'll have this. Let me get my cakes. Thank you for following. So these cake layers, I baked them this evening. They were in the freezer. So I wrap them in cling film and I freeze them. I'm just taking them out of the cling film now. Okay, darling. Remember, anything you guys miss, you can check out the YouTube replay. It will be there. Thank you guys so much for joining. So I position you guys like this so you guys can see me and YouTube can see me as well. I'm going to pop this buttercream in the microwave for like 10 seconds just to soften it up. So I'm just going to give this a little mix. And this is nice and soft and ready to go. All right. I'm going to go ahead now and start assembling my cake layers. If you've got any questions, please ask your questions. I'll answer them. And if you miss your questions here on TikTok, you can go to the YouTube replay and ask your questions in the comment section, and I will answer them. How do you find so much time for baking? Believe me, once you love something and you have a passion for something, you will find the time to do it. My aim is to do more baking until I can fully survive off of baking, and then I'll start my next job. So that's the goal. So wish me luck. I've already reduced to part-time. So bring your orders in, guys. I need it. All right, so this is the cake drum that I use. These nice thick cake drums. See? They're very strong and sturdy and can hold up your cakes. So this is going to be a 2-tiered cake. So it needs to have a nice firm board to support it. So the first thing we're going to do, this is a offset spatula. This is what an offset spatula looks like. This is it. And we're going to be using this offset spatula to start assembling our cake. Put a little bit of buttercream down on the cake board. A little bit of buttercream down on the cake board to hold down your first layer of cake. Once that's on, we'll get our first layer. Don't worry, the layers are looking a bit firm, but I just took them from the freezer. They were in the freezer, okay? So they're not dry and tough. They're just frozen, okay? Hi, sweet creation. How are you, darling? Finally, you're here. Check out the YouTube video. Just let me know if you're seeing me clearly over on YouTube and if you're hearing me, because I'm live on YouTube now, but I'm using my laptop and I'm live on TikTok. So just look at it and let me know. Just taking off some of these crisp edges. The first thing we're going to do now is put a little bit of buttercream, thank you, sugar, on the cake and smooth it out. Keep it nice and flat. Now, this buttercream that we have in this piping bag, let me just cut it a little bit bigger. We're going to be piping a buttercream dam. Perfect on YouTube. Oh, brilliant. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to pipe a buttercream dam. So this is just a thick, it's a firmer consistency of the buttercream, just to create a little dam to prevent my Oreo filling from seeping out through the sides of the cake. So I'm piping it so firm. You see the turntable turning all by itself? That's how firm the buttercream is. So I have this nice buttercream dam now. This will prevent my Oreo filling from seeping out. I'll go ahead now and I'll put some of this nice Oreo cream cheese filling inside the cake. So delicious. So it's all in the middle now, nice, and it will not seep out through the sides, okay? Once I have that, I'll go ahead and pop my second layer of cake on. Let me just cut some of these edges off. I'll go ahead now and pop my second layer of cake on. So these are some very nice red velvet cake layers. Can you imagine when they bite into this red velvet cake with this yummy, delicious cream cheese filling? Amazing. So the cakes were in the freezer. They're not tough. They're not dry. They're just frozen. Hi, Beth. Thank you, darling. I'm gonna go ahead again and put some more of this buttercream on. Using my offset spatula again, just to smooth things out. It's very important to check that your cake is level as you go along, all right? Worse, this is going to be a tiered cake. Having the cake sitting nice and level is very, very important. If it's not that important for a single tiered cake, it's even more important for a two-tiered cake, okay? So once I have this, I'm going to go ahead again and pipe this lovely buttercream dam. Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Pipe this nice buttercream dam just to help everything to stay inside. I hope you guys are seeing well. You see that? Nice buttercream circle to keep the filling inside the cake. This is a nice Oreo buttercream filling. Oreo cream cheese buttercream, all right? So to make this cream cheese, all I did was to mix my same buttercream with some Philadelphia soft cream cheese. And then I added some crushed up Oreo cookies inside there. Now we're going to add the final layer of cake on. This is very important when adding your final layer of cake on. You always invert the final layer so that the part that was touching the base of the cake tin is now up. Okay? So my final layer is on. And I'm going to show you my leveling tool. I have this little leveling tool. You maybe see carpenters use it, but cake bakers use it as well. So all I'm going to do is just sit it down to see that my cake is sitting nice and flat. And once the little bubble is in the middle, it means that your cake is sitting nice and flat, okay? And I'll do it again for the next side. And I'm happy. My cake is leveled, okay? I'm going to soften this buttercream a little bit more to do my crumb coat. What is a crumb coat? Drop a comment and let me know, guys. What do you think a crumb coat is? I tell you this over and over. Let me see if learning is taking place. Thank you for following. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, since nobody answering, a crumb coat is the fur. Ah, nice. Thank you. Someone answered. You're absolutely correct. So the crumb coat is the first layer of buttercream that's applied to the cake to trap in all of these crumbs. So whenever, worse, this is a red cake, it would be sad to have a cake fully decorated in like maybe a white color. And when you look at the cake, a whole lot of red speckled crumbs all over the cake. So we don't want that. So that's the reason why we crumb coat. Oh yes, red velvet is the first cake I ate. I never used to love cakes. When I tasted red velvet, I'm like, no, this is it. I gotta start eating cake. So we're going to apply a crumb coat now. I don't want any crumb to get back in my buttercream here, so that's why I'm being so careful. So I'm just filling in the sides, filling in the gaps, filling in everything, and applying a crumb coat to the cake. I remember that the paper is still on the top of the cake. I'll take it off in a minute, just in case anyone is concerned. This is the crumb coat, guys. I'll go ahead now and take off this final piece of paper that's on top of the cake. And I'll continue to crumb coat the top of the cake as well. This is not a layer of buttercream that you have to kill yourself to make perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just cleaning up my cake board as I go along. And I'll just go around the cake just a few times with this cake scraper just to smooth things out, okay? As you're smoothing out the cake, you'll see the places that needs a bit more buttercream, and you can just finish that little crummy buttercream that you have on the cake. This is what a perfect crumb coat looks like, okay? It's sitting straight, all the crumb, all the cake is covered. So when you're crumb coating, your only aim is to cover all the cake. Cover all the cake with buttercream. Once you've done that, you've successfully crumb coated your cake. To let this crumb coat layer set up, I'm going to pop this cake in the freezer for a few minutes while I work on the 6-inch cake layers. So just excuse me for a minute. I'll go to my freezer to pop this cake down. Remember to ask your questions in the comment sections and I'll answer them. I'll be back. This is an 8-inch round, 3 layers red velvet cake. All right, guys, I'm going to just clean up a little before I continue. You know I can't work in the mess. How long do you recommend to freeze the cake for after crumb coat? Believe me, in the freezer, 5 to 10 minutes is perfect. If you're refrigerating it, you can refrigerate for like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, just to make sure that that crumb coat layer is set. But you don't want to freeze it for too long, because if you freeze your crumb coat for too long and you take it back out, the cake will start sweating. So whenever you hear them say, oh, the cake's sweating a lot, that's called condensation. That happens when there's a drastic change between the temperature of the cake too quickly. So if you just let it stay in the freezer for very long and then you take it out to room temperature, it will start sweating and prevents the next layer of buttercream from adhering to the cake well. So no more than like 10 minutes maximum. With that being said, I need to quickly fill and stack the 6-inch round cake so that I can take that 8-inch cake from the freezer. Taste test. So good. So good. All right. These are going to the bin now. All right, let me wash my hands and get the 6-inch cakes ready. I had taken out this little tool. So it's a little spring form thingy that you can put around your cakes. It can be extended very wide. See? You can extend it a lot. It helps to keep your cakes together and keep them sitting straight. But my cake just now, it was so straight and nice. I really don't use this. I bought it because I thought I needed it. But I'm so good with getting my cakes sitting nice and straight on the sides and on the top. I've never had to use this. But if you struggle with that, this is a good tool that you can get. It's very good. All right. These are the 6-inch round cake layers. I baked them earlier, like not long ago. I baked them. I bought it from Amazon. So you can check out my Amazon storefront using the link in my bio. For people on YouTube, you can check it out using my Instagram. So my Instagram is trebsescape.com. That's where I post all of my final cake pictures as well. So you can follow me on Instagram if you guys are not. Oh, thank you, Whitney. Thank you so much. So remember that my Amazon link, it's an affiliate link. So if you make any purchases through my Amazon links, I do get a small commission, okay? So if you're in the USA, there is one link that says Amazon USA. You can purchase there. If you're in the UK, there's another link that says Amazon UK. Don't worry, I know I have viewers from a lot of other countries. It's not that I've forgotten about you. It's just that I'm very new to this. Like, I'm very new to all of this. So I'm taking my time to figure things out and set up the other ones, okay? Red velvet cake is so good. Oh my gosh. I just want to eat up this cake. I just want to eat up this cake. The red food color that I use, it's the Sugar Flare Extra Red. That's what I use to give me that nice, vibrant red color. I forgot I had these, so I'm going to be using one. These are just my acrylic disc. I'll use it to put my 6-inch cakes on. As I said before, this is a 2-tiered cake. So the 6-inch cake will be going on top of that 8-inch cake. So I'm not decorating it on a cake board. I'm just going to be using a 6-inch cake card. Make sure to follow, guys, if you're new. YouTubers, please subscribe. And yeah, keep on liking. Let me just quickly grab a 6-inch cake card. I'm going to move you guys a little. All right, sorry for dazzling my eyes so much. I forgot to take out this cake card. So this is the cake card. So I'm going to put a tiny dab of buttercream on this acrylic board. Then I'll put down all right. I stick down that cake card. Now I'm going to put some buttercream all over this cake card because I want to carefully hold down my 6-inch cake. I'm going to put down my first layer now. Come back over here, darling. Come back over on TikTok. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Thank you for sharing the live. All right, so this is the 6-inch cake. Oh my gosh. While you're here, guys, please help me to achieve my life goals, okay? I'm going to use a piece of I'm going to take off the buttercream I just put down and use a piece of this non-slip mat to hold the cake board in place. So I'll just use a piece of napkin to clean it off. It's moving around too much still. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you so much, darling. Guys, help Kim to help me achieve my life goals, okay? I'll put a little piece of, thank you for the rose, darling. This is a non-slip mat. It comes in a long roll. I just want a tiny little piece to put down on this and then put my 6-inch cake on now so it will not move. So everything is sitting nice and firm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead again and create a nice buttercream dam. This little border to prevent my filling from seeping out the cake. See? Nice. Then, oh, thank you for the gifts, darling. Thank you so much. Then I'll put this lovely cream cheese filling in. Let me go. Let me go easy on this. Just a little bit left. Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead now and put on my second layer of cake. Second layer down. I'll do the same thing again. Put on a little bit of buttercream. Smooth it out. I'm just holding the cake in place. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I'm piping another buttercream dam just to keep this filling in place. Do you use sugar flare? Yes, I use sugar flare. I use Wilton and I use Color Mill. But I use sugar flare extra red to color these red velvet cakes. All right, let me get the rest of this buttercream out. I'm gonna put all of it now. This is the last layer of cake. So remember, it's the same buttercream that I use, the same buttercream that I sell on my website. It's the same buttercream. I flavored into this cream cheese buttercream. Thank you. You hear them people, them big talk? All done. You need to set another one now. Hey, let's set up another one. Welcome back, Sweet Creation. All right, so I'm putting in all of this Oreo cream cheese inside this last layer of cake. The good thing is that, oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. The good thing is that if you guys want to rewatch anything, the video will be on YouTube. So you can just head over there and rewatch it. And any questions you forget to ask, you can ask it underneath the video over there as well. All right, so we're going to put on the final layer of cake. And what did I say about the final layer? I'll come to you for my future wedding. I'm waiting. I'm ready and waiting. Yeah. I really don't have to cut this cake, but like I don't have any offcuts to nibble on. So I'm just trimming down this last layer so I can have something to nibble on. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the gifts. So remember, the flattest part up top. This bottom, it was in the freezer. It got a bit squeezed up and wonky. So I'm not putting the top up. But look at this cake. You see how they sit down nice and flat? Let me just clean up the table a little bit because this red velvet cake, you see? Come on, guys. Follow Miss Edwards. Empty the bank account. Done the money. Oh my gosh. That's the goal for tonight. Done the bank account them. Let me just quickly wash my hands. You see how my spot tight here, so maybe I squeeze up the pass. Okay, we're gonna go ahead now and crumb coat this cake. Same thing, I'm just emptying this bag. I made 2 big batches of buttercream today. I still have them out, so I'll take some more from my bowl. I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave to soften it a bit. 10 seconds in the microwave and it's good. Love somebody. Trip going to bed. See you later. Get some rest, darling. I'll check out your message once I'm done, okay? Rest well. I'll join you in dreamland soon. All I'm doing is filling and crumb coating these cakes tonight. I'll decorate them tomorrow. All right. I'm just going up and down this one a bit. So this is a 6-inch round cake, okay? The slimmer the cakes are, sometimes they're a bit wonky and a bit hard to deal with. But yeah. You can insert some straw in this cake to keep it nice and level. It's just moving around like this, you see? Because, let me get the little thingy from underneath the cake. The little non-slip mat is making it a bit uneven. So I need to take that out. No, I no longer need it. So the non-slip mat is out. Do you put coffee inside this cake? No, I don't put coffee inside my red velvet cakes. So many reasons and so many. Out of my dreams and into my. Okay. So this is a crumb coat. Like that's it. That's a crumb coat, just a thin layer of buttercream to trap all the crumb in the cake. This cake is going to be so cute. You all make sure to come back tomorrow so you can see the final design, okay? So everything is seated nice and flat, and I'm happy with this cake. We're going to do the same thing, pop it in the freezer. Good question. Look like them dash water in my bed when you can't sleep at night time. I went out. I went out with my girls. So I got back a bit late. And I need to crumb coat these cakes tonight. I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I have some baking to do. We're going to make some funfetti cake layers. So I'll make those cake layers tomorrow. So this is how we create sharp edges. As you can see, the buttercream is risen a bit above the edge of the cake. I'll just clean my offset spatula off and pull in. Clean off again, pull in. And we'll do that all the way around the cake. As you can see, this crumb coat and filling didn't take me very long. Once you get a hang of it and get used to doing it, you'll do it very quickly. It won't take you any time to fill and crumb coat a cake. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. I'll go ahead now and pop this cake in the freezer while I get the next one out. You don't know what it's like. You don't. Once YouTube get used to having me over there, people will start watching the videos over there as well. All right, I'm going to pop this in the freezer and get the next cake out, okay? Look at how nice and tall this is. It's lovely. Nice, tall, and lovely. I'll be back. This is the 8-inch cake. It's all crumb coated and it's nice and ready. I'm going to show you guys something. I had no plans of doing this. Finish decorating the cakes tonight. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to show you how to use this acrylic disc. I don't even want to use it. I don't think I want to use it. The reason why, I have a buttercream question. Let's see. How do you get your buttercream so white in color? So to get your buttercream white in color, you can add a little bit of purple food coloring, just a tiny drop. If you add too much of it, you're going to get a gray color. So just a little drop of purple. And if I want it really, really white, I'll use this as well. This icing whitener. Icing whitener. This is the Square's Kitchen brand. Wilton as a brand, and I think Sugar Flare as a brand as well. So this buttercream whitener. You can check out my Amazon storefront. It's all linked inside there. Do you deliver to London? Yes, I do. Just pop me a message. Let me know what you'd like to get, and I've got you covered, okay? Thank you, sweet creation. Thank you, darling. So, I'm just going to finish this with the buttercream on this cake. But I have another mixing bowl full of buttercream. I'll use that to decorate the cakes tomorrow. We're going to be back on tomorrow to bake some funfetti cake layers and to finish decorating these cakes. This cake is for a baby shower. The design is going to be so damn cute. You all better not miss it, okay? So, I was explaining to you guys the reason why I don't like using these acrylic discs. I think the acrylic disc, let me put on too much buttercream on the cake. So you use these if you struggle with getting nice straight sides. If you're confident with getting nice straight sides and flat tops on your cakes, no need to use these. But if you're struggling, they are there. It just let you put on a whole lot more buttercream on your cake than you actually need to. Because these are like 0.5, it's 1/4 inch thicker than the cake. So that's a lot of buttercream. Then you're going to add a final layer of buttercream again. So that's too much in my point of view. Anyone in here uses these acrylic discs? One day I'll show you guys how to use them, but not now. Also, guys, if you have any cake decorated requests, you can drop them in my comment section or underneath any of my videos, and I'll take you up on that. So all I'm going to do after this, I'm going to color my buttercream. This is going to be a lot of pink, so many shades of pink going on this cake. I'll just get some pink on this cake. I maybe do an ombre effect. What do you guys think about that? I'll maybe do a pink ombre. Yes, square cakes. Oh my gosh, square cakes are a nightmare. So I support you on that. I've done squared cakes before, not a lot. I've done a few squared cakes before. I actually never use the square acrylic disc, but it took me so long to get the sides nice and straight. It's possible, but it's just time consuming. So definitely the square acrylics, they're definitely very helpful. All right, this is just a thicker layer of buttercream. The good thing, what I like about these the cake decorating world is that if you're struggling in a particular area, there are so many resources there to help you out. So they're there if you need to use them. It doesn't mean that you must use them, okay? If you're just joining and you've missed this whole live video, we went through the steps of filling, stacking, and crumb coating your cake layers. I'm live on YouTube as well, so the live replay will be there on my YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. So click on it and watch the live replay at your convenience, okay? You can just skip through what you don't want to hear and get the important bits, but a lot of great educational points were made. Yes, square cakes are a pain in the, yeah. I'm hoping to be up early tomorrow, so I'll be on live before all of my American and Jamaican friends then wake up out of bed. May I get up before 1 o'clock crow. So that's the plan. No, son. May I get up before 1 o'clock crow tomorrow. So tomorrow morning's live baking will mainly be for anybody who wake up in the wee hours of the morning, and for my UK and European viewers, okay? But everybody welcome. That's it. This is my cakes, all nice and ready. So this cake is ready for its final coat of buttercream. That's it. Chuman, why would you say that? So that's it, guys. Remember to ask your questions. And thank you so much for staying with me tonight. This is a crumb donut. So it's very important that this cake is nice and straight because another cake is going to go on top of it. It's going to be all pinks, 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 pinks everywhere. That's right, the people and the people in work with you. Okay, guys, good night. Remember, if you're watching this over on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out the other videos that are there. And my people here on TikTok, go over to YouTube, watch the video, even if you watch it already. Like, and make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, okay? Will you be keeping it in the fridge? In the fridge. I'll keep these in the fridge overnight. So yeah, they'll be in the fridge overnight. So I'll take the next one out of the freezer. Both of them will be in the fridge overnight. They'll be nice and firm and ready to be decorated tomorrow. Night night. Thank you.